What you say? What you say? That you only meant well.
Broadcasting live from the Complete College Prospect Studio in Sin City. Heard around the world, discussing everything that is high school sports, is the Who's Up Next podcast.
Hey, welcome to the show. It's your boy JR, a.k.a. the Big Fella. Added some new things to the format. Got a lot to talk about. Going to get up out of here. I want to introduce some new athletes, introduce a restaurant that I stopped by, some more information that's going on with the NCAA, things like that before I get out of here. And I'm going to go check out Beetlejuice today. I'll let y'all know what that was like next week. Yeah, man, let's get into the show. You know how it is. We're going to talk about some things that everybody don't want to talk about. We're going to talk about some things that everybody wants to talk about. And then we're just going to talk about some stuff that everybody needs to hear. Remember, on the Who's Up Next show, it's not about what you want to hear. It's about what you need to hear. And that's what we're here to do. I feel like I'm a gatekeeper to the knowledge that you guys need, and I want to make sure I'm giving that out. But I'm also a gatekeeper to the knowledge that you may not want to hear. And I'm still going to get that out too. But, we always start with the truth. And so let's
You snotty little bastard. I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth! Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded. Who's gonna do it? You! I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom.
Hey, welcome back. Let's see what we got in these comments. Hey, what up? What up, E-Money Jules? Yeah, let's get straight to the show. We got 5 athletes we're going to put on today with a new format. We wanted to try some new things when it came to introducing these young athletes that are in the highlight series every week. We're going to be a little forgiving for a couple athletes that didn't get the requested information back. They still got put on the show. But moving forward, we definitely want to implement this new format with athletes. We just feel like, I feel like it's a good thing for the people that view the show to be able to have a chance to hear from the athletes themselves. Sometimes that's going to be in an interview, but it's definitely going to be when we do the highlight series every single time. And that's it. So let's get to the NCAA news. No, before we get to that, let me jump into, so a lot of you guys know my kids in high school play sports, plays football. I'm the first one. I've over the years, I've probably helped. I've helped hundreds of kids go to college, right? I've trained hundreds of kids, including fellow pros, college athletes as well. And I've always had a philosophy, right? You get a little jaded when you go through the ranks all the way up and become a professional athlete. You get a little jaded with the system. And so I tend to explain to athletes that let's see, who is that? Hey, what up, Mondo? I tend to tell all athletes, don't trust the system, don't trust your coaches, because for the most part, I think a lot of coaches do care, but it's a business for most. High school's a little different unless you go to private school, but it is and it isn't, right? Coaches are always in it for the W, which is business. As you go to college, it's about paychecks. You can't get paid $2, $3, $4 million a year at the big schools as a head coach and it not be about the business. It's not about you. It's about you as long as you fit within the business. And once you become a professional athlete, it's all business all day, gas pedal to the floor. If they got to run over you, they're going to run over you. If you work, then you work. It's been seen every day. It just is what it is, right? So at my kid's school, he has a new head coach. Love the guy. I I wanted to stick to my philosophy, and I still think it works the majority of the time. You should always look out for your kid, not necessarily trust the coaches. But like my kid took an injury, right? And this coach put his injury above the possibility of his team losing, right? He has slowly played took the injury, played my kid to maximize his ability to come back, get right, and then get to the place where he fully heals while making sure that he's getting the numbers to stay where he needs to go to college, right? That's a fine line. And then even when my kid wants to stay in, he's pulling them out. Even when I'm in the stands losing my mind, he still pulls them out because he wants them to be healthy for the long haul. It gets frustrating, and you want to say, you definitely want to say, you guys see me show Green Valley High School on here all the time. My kid goes there. This coach is exceptional. Coach Bill Powell is exceptional. I'm not saying I think every coach in the program works the same, but I think they will once they continue to learn from this guy. But when he gives you his word about something, he actually means that. And that's rare in sports. It really is. And so I'm all about, how I am on the show, I'm all about giving people their flowers up front instead of waiting until time passes. My son's only going to be blessed to have been coached by this man for 1 year, but I think they're building a lifelong friendship as my kid moves on to college and if everything works out right to where he's trying to go. I think that they are building something that the type of bond I've had with my coaches over the years, where I love them like surrogate fathers. I think that's what my son and this man are building together. Because even in moments when I'm off the rails, my son still seems to be calm, and that calm comes from the words that he hears from this man, Bill Powell, after games, at practice, things like that. What he says actually means something to him, and his word is his bond. And I'm telling you now, if you're blessed enough, soccer, football, baseball, volleyball, tennis, track, swimming, I don't care what the sport is, if you're blessed enough to have a coach that you can tell that they would actually put their word to you above what's beneficial to them, appreciate it while you got it. And if you have the kind of coach that will fight you about hurting yourself while trying to still make sure that you get where you're trying to go, again, it's rare. It's rare, so appreciate it when you have it. I definitely want to make sure we gave out the flowers to it's not about the school. It's not about, this is one of those times about the school or the program. This is legitimately about a guy who is going through a lot with his family and other things, and still takes the time out to not only deal with my kid and making sure that he's on the track he needs to go to, and making sure that he's helping him not hurt himself. He'll even take the time to hit me up and speak with me to alleviate any stress, and so that everybody's on the same page. He doesn't favor anybody, but what he says he means. And so Coach Bill Powell, shout out to you. He a 5 gorilla dude for sure. And it doesn't, I'm sure when they had him in California, those kids they remember him forever. And I'm sure that the kids at Green Valley over the next 5 years are going to be blessed with that scenario. But I wanted to shout that out before we got into the show. Because again, if you've trained under me, like say college pro youth, I've always preached, look out for yourself. Do not trust the system, because it will betray you. And that still holds true the majority of the time. But every now and then you run into a diamond in the rough who has been around this thing, male or female, and they are just amazing. And Bill Powell is one of those people. All right, so let's jump into the show. All right, let's go. Hey, wanted to introduce you guys. So we used to have the Who's Up, Fuel Up on the show. I'm still getting out to restaurants and trying new things. So what I want to do is add in food. You know, the Complete College Prospect family, all the companies underneath that. Tropia Magazine does food. We have companies that do marketing. We have companies that, like my show, that does this in front of the people. We have boot camps that are coming to online and in person out around the country. And just so much more, right, when it comes to giving exposure to these athletes, exposures to brands and companies and everything else. So I wanted to do a new variation on the Who's Up, Fuel Up, where I'm not cooking anything because, you know, we don't have a manager, the producer on the show anymore. That's long gone. We're doing something different. So I'm going to get out to restaurants when I can. Some of it's going to be healthy. Some of it's just going to be fun. This is one of those situations where it's fun. I love the name. I happen to hear about it here in Vegas. Off of Bermuda and South Bermuda and Silverado Ranch, going towards Liberty High School. It's a company called Frank and Sons Pizzeria. It was fantastic. And so I just want to introduce the delicious food. Who's up next? Part of the show. Check out the video that I made while I was out there. And again, this was the first one, so cut your boy some slack.
Hey man, it's your boy JR, aka the Big Fella, the Who's Up Next show. We here at Frank and Sons Pizzeria. Some really good stuff going on here. Just took a bite out of the Italian sub, got my pizza, waiting on the wings and the fries. And I'm happy so far. We're gonna see what else happens. That's a great Italian sub, though. Like, honestly, it really is. You know what I'm saying? Outstanding.
Hey, this is what it looked like when everything came. As you saw, I got into the Italian sub. This was the pizza, the wings, and the fries. The ranch is fantastic there. It's homemade. The wings were delicious and juicy. I'm so on the pizza. The pizza is good, but I'm so I've eaten pizza in all over, like different countries, different states. Like, so pizza I'm kind of hard on. But the pizza's good. Like, it's still worth your money. He has great, got a chance to speak with the owner, Frank, over there, exchange numbers. And I really like it. It's nice and quaint. It's just surprising at first when you walk in. It doesn't look like it's big, but then you hit the left, and that's where the sitting area is. Frank's right there at the front on the cash register, doing what he does, making sure he has great conversation. And it wasn't just with me. He had no idea who I was when I came in. I watched him interact with different customers as they came in. I thought that was fantastic. That nice small town feel in a big city. But again, I have tried Italian subs in a few places, and let me be the first to tell you, Frank's Italian sub is, I sell my soul for that sub. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not healthy. Nothing there is healthy. The ranch isn't healthy. The pizza's not healthy. The wings not healthy. But if you're having a fun time and you just want to have a good meal and go enjoy yourself, is Frank from the East or West Coast? He's from the East Coast. Frank is from the East Coast. Went into the military, so he's a vet. Has his kids have worked in the company over there. They've done a bunch of other things. They've donated. I was pretty disappointed to hear that Frank had bought a banner. Well, he had donated some money to a school here, and they didn't even put up a banner for him or anything, which I thought was insane because he's definitely supporting the community. But yeah, Frank and Sons Pizza is south of Silverado Ranch on Bermuda, heading towards Liberty. It's like 2 blocks down on the left-hand side. People fly into town, and the first stop they make is Frank and Sons. On their way out, they stop at Frank and Sons before they head to the airport, just so they could grab something that they could take and eat on the plane. And there's plenty of stories where I've seen people saying, while they're on the plane, other people are like, "Oh, you stopped at Frank and Sons," because they know about it too. It's a nice, quaint little spot. And he put me up on the karaoke because the big fella, I mean, I know I don't look like it, and trust me, I can't sing, but I love me some karaoke. So he put me up on a nice karaoke spot. and I told him I'm gonna go over there and check it out. I'll get some film of that, make sure that's on the show too, as long as nobody's making fun of me. But yeah, Frankenstein's Pizzeria, amazing. Again, Italian sub, 5 gorillas for sure. It's just monstrous. I'm drooling right now thinking about it. Wings, I'm still gonna go 5 gorillas. As far as the pizza, let's go 4 gorillas, 3.5, 4 gorillas on a pizza, but everything else smashing. Loved it. Let's see. Need to try the next. Oh, hell yeah. I promise you. Yes, absolutely. New York, New Jersey pizza is still the best. Look, for those that know me, I kind of mess with, I'm a deep dish guy, not like Chicago. Look, I like deep dish when I was on my fat kid phase because, you get a lot of crust. I'm definitely sliding more towards that East Coast where I could get the nice chunky slices. Love my pepperoni and sausage. I just recently got into the Supreme joint because I grew up poor. I didn't really want all those vegetables, but I mess with them now though, right? So yeah, I love it. Let's see. Have to see and hear you sing it. Hey man, you're not gonna be like, you're gonna have fun, but you ain't gonna be pleased. It's not gonna be pleasing to your ears at all. But the big fella got you. I got you. But yeah, Frankenstein's Pizzeria here in Las Vegas. It's amazing. Give it a shot. Once you do, let us know what you think. Tell Frank you heard it here from JR on the Who's Up Next show. Frank watching the show today too. Let's see. Bill Morris. Flavor Flav loves to support sports lives here and has a restaurant in the area. You should check his place out. Maybe you get him on the show. Hey, for sure. Hey, send me the name of it. I'll definitely go check it out. Who said whack? E-Money Jules, what part is whack? I'm with you. I know y'all East Coast people. I'm with you. I'm not against that. At all. All right, man, let's jump back into the show. We got to get into the So NCAA, there's always things changing. Always want to make sure I'm getting y'all the best things going. I know everybody's thinking when it comes to NIL deals, you're just thinking about the money that you can make as far as putting your name, image, and likeness on somebody else's product and being paid for that. And that is absolutely true. But what I found out that I really liked, right? You guys know I always like promoting athletes that are smart about their business, being business savvy, about how they did. There's a set of siblings who go to Purdue, I think it is, that took their name, image, and likeness and put it on their own children's books. They're selling like crazy. So not only are they capitalizing on being able to do NIL money, but they're also capitalizing on the other side by being the creators of the product as well. Yeah, both of them go to Purdue. They created a children's book. Again, phenomenal. Basketball, volleyball, brother and sister, they're doing their thing. And I just think it's an amazing thing that they did with their dad. And they're getting paid on both ends. So they get to be the in-name, image, and likeness of the product, but it's still their product. That's brilliant business. That's absolute brilliant business. I can't knock that at all. And I just think that is something that I would like to see more athletes do. The NCAA is allowing it, so go out and do what you got to do. Keep some of that money to yourselves. You guys know I fully support NIL. Like I said, as a former NCAA athlete, I hated that we didn't get paid. We didn't even get to be fed all year. During our sport, we could get unlimited whatever, but then after our sport, it was kind of you were on your own with your little card that you got from your school, which was your money, where they put your money on there after paying all your other expenses. So then you always ended up having to call home or do something else, and now it's a little different. But the NIL, I think, is fantastic. I love it for you guys, and I love that some of you guys are out there capitalizing on ways to make sure that money keeps making money. So for that young man and young lady, I think that's brilliant. I'd like to see some of you guys. I want to give you ideas of things you can do with NIL instead of just being the traditional. I've always said that the worst deal that was ever made was LeBron getting paid $100 million for a lifetime deal with Nike. That essentially, it sounds good, but what they did was they eliminated his ability to be Michael Jordan. Jordan is the brand. Nike is a separate brand. You don't go say, can I get a pair of Nikes? You say, can I go get a pair of Nike Airs? You might say, can I go get a pair of Nike Cortezes? You might say, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But when you go buy Jordans, it's Jordan. It's not Nike's irrelevant in it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about Jordan because that's the brand. When they gave the $100 million lifetime deal to LeBron, they essentially killed his ability to do that. And so they put a cap on how far he could go, and that was a bad deal to me. So I just want you guys to be up on your game and the things you need to do, and that's where it is. We got a couple comments. Let's see. Sicilian is perfect. Absolutely. I'm not mad at Sicilian. Brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. No banner. Yeah, no banner was crazy for Frank and Sons. That was just bad business right there. Do athletes in Nevada have to walk a fine line since the cap is 200 via NILs in high school, or do I have that incorrect? Okay, so in Nevada, even though, it's different, right? Because technically, yes, they're putting their name, image, and likeness on it, but it's their company. No high school athletic association that's anywhere in the country, right? No high school athletic association can stop you from having the company. The only reason that there was a little bit of confusion when the Ball brothers were part of their dad's shoe company is because technically the shoe company, even though it was their dad's company, the shoe company was paying them. And so NIL was a little tricky at the time, so they messed with them. But if it's your company, you can start any brand that you want. You can use your name, image, and likeness on it if you want. You can pay yourself from your company if you want in that aspect to up your value. And there's no high school athletic association that can do anything about it because technically the only rule is that you're not being paid to play your sport. That continues your amateur status for the NCAA. And you are also, there's no limit on how much money you can pay yourself. It's too much of that would be the same legal battle that the NCAA finds themselves in right now, where we talked about last week and why it's going back in front of the courts. So you can absolutely run your own company, absolutely, and pay yourself and use your own name, image, and likeness. That sets. Look, I'm gonna put y'all up on game. I'm about to give you $1 million worth of game right now, right? If you create your own business and you create your own brand and you sell a product and you put your own name, image, and likeness in it as part of the deal, you can set the market price for what your name, image, and likeness cost. There you go. So then any other company that comes to you knows this is the minimum I'm going to get paid, and this was for a startup. You got to bring more to the table for that. You set the market price for you. So even if this thing goes through with the NCAA where they try to control what you can make, you will have already set the price, so the third-party company will have to do that same thing. That's how that works. There you go. That's free game. That's free game right there. All right, let's go. Going back into that same thing with the NCAA, bam. These were the top jersey sales for NCAA in 2024 so far. Here's what was brilliant about that young man and young woman. When these jersey sales happen, yes, are the players going to get a little bit of money once? Well, not a little bit. They're going to get paid next year when all this stuff goes through. But we all know who these numbers belong to, but you don't get paid the name, image, and likeness for it because they didn't put your name, your image, or anything like your image on it. The jersey is the schools. So they're still getting paid because kids want to wear your jersey. I was just at a little spot yesterday and saw, I think I was in a grocery store. I saw a little old lady, love her some Alabama. She had on Alabama hat, Alabama jersey, Alabama shoes. Like you knew that she meant business. It's Roll Tide all day on hers. None of that money went to the athlete whose jersey that was because the school has been getting paid for NIL deals. NIL is not new. It's just the players are now getting paid for it, but you got to be smart and business savvy. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, bam, here we go. Players Association is definitely agreeing with the deal that was being made that the judge sent back. So the Players Association is basically like a little union that's coming together for the collegiate athletes to help do everything they need to do. Make sure kids are getting paid, make sure that the deals are good for everybody. Again, like I told you guys, college isn't college anymore. College is the semi-pro. It ain't even semi-pro. It's a lower level pro athlete because of the pay. It just is. There's no other way to say that. That's what that is. It's what it's going to be. That's not going to change. High school is the new college. Youth football, basketball, track, soccer, softball, baseball. That's the new high school as you earn your way up to do what you got to do to try to get to that next level. But college is now pro. It effectively has become a professional field, and it's going to get more complicated as we go. Some of those are surprising, which I think is a good thing. Would have expected Manning to be up there. Not so much. He just got a little bit of time this weekend after Ewers got hurt, so not so much. I'd expect his jersey to start selling through the roof starting this week because of his performance yesterday. Minor leagues. Yeah, we could call it the minor leagues for sure. College is the new minor leagues. There you go. It's all about the bread. That's what all the arguments are about. If we're being honest, those court cases are just about who's going to get paid and the fairness, because it's all smaller schools that are complaining because they're not going to be able to compete. No one cares. No one's going to do anything about it. That's like Shasta trying to sue Coca-Cola to make things stop because it's not a fair equation because Coca-Cola is so much bigger. Coca-Cola is going to win. They have more money. They're just going to win. So this thing is happening. These changes with the NCAA are happening, and everybody needs to get prepared for that. But we ain't going to spend a lot of time on that today. We'll get back into that next week for sure. But if you ever have questions when it comes to NIL, NCAA, all that, again, you can always go to Complete College Prospect. I'm always going to recommend that first. That's your first stop. Bam. If you're a high school athlete, it's where you need to go because to date, Complete College Prospect has put hundreds of kids into college with scholarships. So it's that simple between exposure and everything else, information. And now it goes all the way through from youth all the way into your college career. You stay with Complete College Prospect on a lifetime. I know that most of these companies are charging like $1,000 a year or whatever, couple $100. Complete College Prospect give you a lifetime membership. And when I say lifetime, that's lifetime from beginning to end. You never pay anything else. You get free access to all the Zooms and everything else on there. You get the workbook to make sure you got everything in order to get to college, everything. That's CompleteCollegeProspect.com, CC Prospects 23 on X. I'm always going to recommend that first. There you go. But you also hit up the Who's Up Next show at Gmail. Ask the big fella any question you got. I'll make sure it's on the show the next time. Matter of fact, here you go. This young lady, I was able to clip this out. This young lady sent a thing with the exposure. She's now on her way to college, at least with the offers, and she's now got decisions to make. And that comes from exposure. And so she wrote that. That's what Complete College Prospect does. That's what this whole umbrella of organizations under the Complete College Prospect umbrella does. Makes dreams come true. And she's not the first. She won't be the last. Dee Krebs, congratulations. Just got her first offer. That's solid, going on an official visit. Softball pitcher. Amazing young woman with an amazing mother. They're struggling right now, trying to get through life while they trying to make her dreams happen. Complete College Prospect reaches out, makes phone calls, all kinds of things, and this young lady is on her way. You know what I'm saying? And the stories just continue and continue and continue and continue. And again, there's a bunch of companies out there. I'm not telling you who to go use or whatever. The Who's Up Next show is under the Complete College Prospect umbrella. Same with 180 Elite Marketing. Same with all of the other brands that are underneath it, Trapine Magazine, Chatter, everything else. And it's all built to make sure that these athletes are in front of every single coach that they want to be in front of, period. Not an assistant in the office, in front of the coaches themselves. making sure your video's there, making sure all your information's there, making sure your file is being put to the top of the list so you get the best looks. So complete college prospect, that's just where it is. And like I said, and you ain't getting robbed. Your pocketbook ain't gonna be robbed. You know what I'm saying? You get more than the value of what you pay, and what you paying is pennies. So compared to everybody else. There you go. All right, man. I'm taking care of all that business. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it. I love giving you guys the information. I love making sure I got that information out there. I'm it's CC Prospects on mine all day, every day. The Who's Up Next show all day, every day. True Prime all day, every day. NIL Wire, Salsa Squad, Northeast Oklahoma Sports, and the list just continues to go as the umbrella starts to broaden more and more and more for a complete college prospect, until it's just this behemoth that makes sure that kids do what they need to do and that families are being helped. No kid should be left behind and not have the opportunity to go be a college athlete. That's it. Cool. Hey, I'm going to hit y'all with the 50% off. I'm able to do that one more time, so I'm going to do that this week too. There goes the QR code. That's 50% off lifetime at Complete College Prospect. Since I happen to already be talking about it, I'll run it back at the end of the show too. So there you go. Bam. And now we're going to hit a commercial, and we're going to our first athlete, Kristen Cray, pitcher. She does some other things in softball too, but we got a lot of her pitching highlights. We're going to get her up. Let's go to the commercial.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. 999. Waiting for the exhale. I toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. I can't breathe. I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. Stress on my shoulders like an anvil. Perky got me itching like an anthill. Drugs killing me softly, Lord Hill. Sometimes I don't know how to feel.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Again, new format for the highlight series. Kristen didn't get her information in, so she doesn't get to do it like you're going to see some of these other athletes do it. And I love the way that thing turned out. So, Kristen, got to take care of business, but your film is still solid. So we're going to still put you on the show. Let's get to these athlete highlights. Is Kristen Cray the first one up? Hey, that's Kristen Cray, softball player. She's money, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Like, that's not even a question. As a pitcher, she definitely like 3-4 gorilla. She's strong. Form is nice. Velocity is mid. There's some work to be done. The upside for her is great. you know me, I'm always in that background. So I'm over there checking to make sure what kind of student she is, great student. I don't even know why I have to explain that anymore because, again, if they're not great students, you're not going to see them on the show. If I look through their files and I see that they're not great people, you're not going to see them on the show. That doesn't mean ever. It just means I'm going to send them a message that we wanted to have them on the show, and they need to work on some stuff before we could put them on. But everything about this young woman was amazing. And then when you saw the interaction between her and her teammates and other stuff like that, it was cool, man. It really was. So again, 3-4 gorilla, definitely great upside. I think college is definitely in the future for sure. It's going to be a little bit harder with the new rules with the NCAA. A lot of sports like softball, baseball, soccer, tennis, things like that, they're going to struggle with the new cap on scholarships and roster size. But I think you're definitely going to see this young woman. I think you guys should follow her for sure. Just go to X, type in her name, Kristen Craig, Kreh, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by everything you see. The one thing I did like is whoever's getting her film is getting a great angle. And the film keeps getting better because in the beginning, softball and baseball was tricky with the film, but I'm starting to see parents get good angles. Whoever's filming is getting appropriate angles so we could get a good visual of the film, and that's fantastic. That's the first part of the battle when it comes to getting your kid an offer is getting quality film, and I think that her parents are doing an amazing job. Bam, let's go. Next one we're going to get into, man, let's get into Ashlyn. Ashlyn plays volleyball. What I like about her film is that she tells you, like, you could clearly see what skill you're going to see. And when she's on a keel, she doesn't just show you the hard spike. She also shows you when she has touch to make good decision making. She also shows you when she'll float a keel, so it drops right behind, you know what I'm saying, the front line. Then she shows you some of her aces when it comes to serving. The height on her jumps is incredible. But let's get into Ashlyn. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Love to see you shine in the night like the diamond you are. I'm good on the side, so right, just hold me in the dark. No one's got to know what we do. Hit me up when you fall. Down the street, so you meet when you need, and it's yours. All I is, and nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. I'm not, but we don't got high. This is what I gotta make. Nothing feels better than this. Say we're just friends, but I swear when nobody's around, you keep my hand around your neck. We connect, are you feeling it now? 'Cause I am. I got so hotter than that, I swear to God, from my feet and lift the ground. Oh yeah.
Hey, that's Ashlyn Overby. Listen, she also didn't get her information in for the new format. These next 3 athletes did, but her film is phenomenal. And like I said, she showed all the aspects of doing the job, right? She showed herself coming from the second line. She showed herself up front on blocks, on spikes, on serving, on aces. You got to show everything. I always tell my kid that when he's putting his film together, to make sure that he's putting his film together showing everything, right? Here, more free game, man. Hey, y'all lucky today, right? I talk to coaches, college coaches all the time. It's just what I do, right? Between the show and all this other stuff. And when I hear from them, everybody always wants to send in their best footage, right? They always want to send in, oh, I made a great run. Oh, I made a great pass. Oh, I made a great catch. But sometimes here's how coaches see your film, right? So say you're Ashlyn, you're a great ace, right? A coach wants to see everything because they might have a better setter. They know what setter they have. If you're a quarterback, show those passes where it should have been a good pass and the receiver just didn't put in that extra effort. Coaches know, they're looking and they're like, oh, I got like five stars in my wide receiver room. They would have went and got that. That's what we're looking for. Sometimes when you show the things that make it, it's like, well, that made it, but our guys are too fast, our girls are too strong, or whatever, so that it doesn't fit. You got to show the other stuff too. If you're a receiver, you run an amazing route and you're getting open, why only show when the quarterback throws you the ball? The coach isn't only looking for when you catch it. The coach is looking for how you do it when you don't have the ball, whether you're blocking, whether you're running an amazing route, whatever it is. Same thing with running backs. Same thing in soccer, whether you're the goalie or forward, you know what I'm saying, whether you're an attacker, whether you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that you do, that's what they want. Pitching, all your pitches. They want to see the package. They want to see what you know how to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're a catcher, they want to know, can you get it from your home in a second? Are you tough enough to stay on base when someone's barreling down on you to get that out? You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to put your body at risk? You know what I'm saying? These are the things that coaches are looking for. They're not always just looking for what you think is the best video. That's the crazy part, right? Is that you guys have been taught to send the wrong type of stuff in your film. Because remember, they're not recruiting you and your whole team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what they're doing. They're recruiting you. And when they look to recruit you, what they're looking at is, this is what I have on my team. Does that person fit in this team with what I have? And everybody gets better. That's what they're looking for. So sometimes you got to show the stuff that is fundamental, the basics, right? You want to show the things that the boring stuff. You also want to show the boring stuff because it's not boring to coaches. To coaches, that's some of your best work. In football, sometimes a block by a running back and a receiver is some of your best work because the coach is like, oh my God, that's what I need because my guy doesn't do that. I know with my kid at one school, the very first thing that a coach asked was, can you go under center? And my kid was like, yeah. He turned to the two quarterbacks in his QB room that were at the school currently at the university and was like, because neither one of these guys can. That's crazy, right? That's something so simple, but a lot of these quarterbacks don't put under center work in their film. They only put shotgun, you know what I'm saying, pistol, different things like that, different combinations of packages. They only put stuff like that in there. They don't understand. Coaches want to see the whole variety. And it's the same for all of you guys. So what I loved about her was that film was phenomenal. Ashlyn, great job. You know what I'm saying? I loved everything I saw about you. You're a 5 gorilla in volleyball, hands down. That I love it. And I think I'm definitely going to want to talk to you on the show at some point here. So we will stay in contact. Boom. Let's go. Commercial. You know it's me. It's about the book. Let's get it. Welcome back to the show. Again, following the right path, how to become a complete college prospect. That's the big fella's book. It's available on ebook and paperback at Amazon Books, at Barnes & Noble. I will be setting up talking at schools and talking with programs and, maybe like little, not necessarily boot camps, but little Q&As, like a TED Talk with with parents and athletes around the country. There's a lot in this book that most people don't think about when you're 5 years old, or maybe when you're 7 or 10 or 12 or 14 or 16 or 18 on your way to college. There's a lot of steps that people don't think about there in this book. Me and my family well-versed in everything that it takes to go from being a youth athlete to a professional athlete. There's plenty of us in my family that have done it. And so we want to make sure that everybody else is getting that information. I want to make sure that everybody else is getting that information. It's available. Again, it's super cheap. It was about making sure that people got the book in their hands and that they could benefit from the book. So it's extremely reasonable in the price, because it wasn't about getting rich. It was about making sure that athletes had information. I'm all about making sure that you as athletes have the information you need to succeed, because there's a lot of pitfalls out here. There's a lot of people out here that are in it for the money. There's a lot of people that are in it for themselves. They don't actually care what happens to you. I want to make sure that you know and see all of that coming. Following the right path, becoming a complete college prospect, Barnes & Noble, Amazon.com, Amazon Books. I'm good. We ain't going to talk about me. So let's get on with it. The next highlight, this kid paid attention to the new format. Sonny, love you, bro. Great video, football player. I think you guys are going to like everything you see with this young man, and we'll get back on the other side.
Sonny Fitz, 2026. I started my sophomore season. I ended with 464 receiving yards, 598 total yards, and 5 touchdowns. I was second team all conference. I was sophomore of the year.
Waking up, feeling like the thankful one. Count up my ones, lacing up my favorite ones. One of a kind, one of one, the only one. Got one shot and one chance to take it. Kiss my mama on the forehead before I get the cold red. Cause I was born bred to go in. Toast ready, swing by protein. Beef patty, cornbread. In the concrete jungle with my homies. All get focused, all raise your toasters. But nickname Mr. Keenan do the most is. I was living down bad in my folks' crib. Now I'm laughing to the bank and the joke is there more things that folks did or folks get. We been getting this fly since some po kids. My rich friends and my broke friends coexist. They love the mix and we know what it is.
Hey, let me tell y'all, let's see, hold on. Well, I love the new formats. I see the athletes introduce themselves. Absolutely. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think hearing from the athletes personalizes it, and it just introduces you guys to them, makes you familiar with their face. And then you can also go out there and makes you want to follow them. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. Let me tell you guys about Sonny, right? The kid's route running is phenomenal. And this is what I'm trying to tell people about the things that people want to see. I've put a lot of receivers on this show, and some of them are just flat out fast. They're just going to go get it. That's what they do. It's who they are. But when it comes to technique, if you watch that film, run this show back later, it's streaming everywhere. Everywhere that you can stream is streaming. He sells the route. He'll sell the stop and go, but he really stops, cuts back to the QB, checks, takes off. He's good on route, deep go ball. Doesn't matter what it is, crossing routes, doesn't matter, in the flats, in field, in boundary. The kid is killing it. And his technique is what's going to help him go really, really far in this thing. Size, he's good. He may be one of those people that shifts over the slot at the next level, but he is his from a talent and pure understanding of the game. Sonny Fitz is solid, man. That's a 5 gorilla dude. Like, I mess with that kid. Like, I mess with that kid heavy. And I like this personality, just having fun. Look like he's at the family business or an uncle's business and just doing his thing and enjoying himself. And I really like that. And he was the very first one to get the film back so that we could put him up on the show with that personalized touch. So, Sonny, keep doing what you're doing. We'll talk soon, my guy. Bam. Let's go. Oh, we got another commercial, and then we're going to come back because we got Julian and we got Trey Aiello. Yo, that kid. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
What we're living in, let me tell ya. Well, it's a world that man can eat at all. When things are big, that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells we'll be doing for us? And I'm giving all my love to this world, only to be told I can't see, I can't breathe, no, my will will be. And nothing's gonna change the way we live, 'cause we can always take but never give. For the world, see, wow, it's a crazy world we're living in, and I just can't see that half of us immersed in sin.
Hey, welcome back to the show. That's the second part of the CCP fam, all the companies that are under the umbrella of Complete College Prospect. Again, if you're not with them, go get with them. The amount of kids that have received offers or committed somewhere or gotten looks or gotten recognition, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Not going to break the bank, not going to promise something that can't be delivered. If you put in the work to get the information over there and you have talent, Complete College Prospect pretty much can guarantee you're going to get some kind of look. And so it's highly recommended. Complete College Prospect, ccprospects.com. Go over there, do what you do. Let's go, Julian. Football again, plus soccer. Make sure I don't want to mess up on my notes. I swear he plays soccer, but he does both. Nah. He does not. Let's go.
My name is Julian Hughes. I'm in the 2026 recruiting class. My main sport is football, and I play safety, but I also play basketball and track.
Call my city where everybody knows my name. Take me back to the people that call my people, yeah. I'm a long, long way from my city, my city. From my city, my city. This one goes out to the ones that feel like an underdog. Used to write me off, now they're changing up the dialogue. Raise a glass to the past and all them that were proven wrong. You could take me out the city, but I brought my family along, yeah. And the memories that play in my head, but I won't let them burn me again. I came too far just to let go. Baby, I'm coming back home, coming back home. Take me back to the city that I call my city, where everybody knows my name. Take me back to the people that call my people, yeah. I'm a long, long way from my city, my city. From my city, my city.
And my city knew my name before the name came. Living in the fast lane, ain't have to change lanes. Had a hoodie on my head before the rain came. Sometimes family and friends, that's the same thing. I thought I knew all about pain till the pain came. But I'm still in the Hall of Fame because I ain't hate the game.
Hey, welcome back to the show. So Julian Hughes, like you heard, multi-sport athlete, but did you see something? 4.7 GPA. That GPA alone, on top of his talent, is going to put him ahead of most kids when it's time to go to school. Coaches want people that they could get in. You don't have to have a 4.7, but that 4.7, I promise you, it helps. It's the difference between if you're a 2.5, you probably ain't going nowhere. But let's say you're a 2.9 and he's a 4.7. The coach is going to feel a lot more comfortable rocking with that 4.7 and knowing that kid's going to be able to do what he has to do and stay in school, him or her. And so that 4.7 is phenomenal. As you saw, he took care of the film for his introduction. It was great. All these kids tend to be nervous at first, but it'll be all right. Yeah. No. Let me tell you guys how special this kid is, right? So as you watch his film, and again, you can run that back. As you watch his film, what you notice from the linebacker position is there's kids that I talk to on a daily basis, and I see them as linebackers, and they tend to run past the person carrying the ball. They're super fast, but they run past the guy carrying the ball. You can tell Julian has a pre-snap read. He knows where he wants to go. He thinks he has the play down, and you'll see him shift when he sees it. He never is in a hurry. He knows he can pick up his speed once he finds his hole in his spot. And so he's making a lot of tackles for losses, right? He's in the backfield, stopping running backs and quarterbacks in their tracks because he sees where he wants to go. He never overplays his hand. He puts his speed in the correct spots at the correct time. But before anything else, look, I know that football is one of those sports or boxing where it's like, or MMA where people are like, oh, they're just dumb jocks. They're just brutes, blah, 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 blah. No. What you're seeing right there, Julian it's all up here. He's playing, Julian is playing chess. He's playing chess when he's on the field, and that's why he's making those plays. He's playing chess. That 4.7, he's showing you that. It's all right here, and he's doing that thing, and I freaking love it. Like, it's amazing, and I love it. I love everything that I saw. Man, today, I didn't even watch a lot of these films because I wanted to give an honest response when I saw them, and all of a sudden today, I'm out here rocking all 5s or 4s. Julian, 5 Gorilla. 5 Gorilla dude, hands down. You will see that kid on Saturday. I promise you that. It's not even a question, man. Let's see. Big difference between the 3.0, 4.7 as far as recruiting. Coaches will look at the someone. Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you that. Look, it's a business. I know I got to have you in football all day, every day. So I need you to take care of school because I'm not going to. At the college level, no one's watching you in class unless you're at like a JUCO. You know what I'm saying? But every D1, D2, D3 is actually harder on academics than any of the other levels. But D1, D2, like, coach going to be like, you need to take care of that. So knowing that a kid has a 4.7, coach feels comfortable that he's going to go take care of his business. Him or her are going to handle that. They're going to be good. I ain't got to worry about that. They know how to prioritize things. That's what Julian is. I rock with the kid. Like I said, I'm super excited about everything I just saw. And he does play basketball and everything too. And maybe we'll throw his highlights up over there too. But the kid is phenomenal. At the linebacker position, the kid is phenomenal. Like he's really good. Could possibly play edge in college. You know what I'm saying? I would say edge, not safety, not small enough. The mic that he's in right now, they may shift that. You know what I'm saying? They may run him out to the outside to a Sam or a Will. But he's a phenomenal player, man. He's a special talent for sure. Special talent for sure. I got a message, something I was supposed to bring up. There are people out there that they're jerks. Because you athletes have your information out there, there are people that are receiving false offers from people that they have your number. They're playing games. They don't know that they're getting you hyped up. The phone numbers don't even match places that they're supposed to be, they're supposed to be coming from, things like that. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. There's people that think that that's funny. It's not. This is kids' hopes and dreams. I would hope that people will respect that, but we know that they don't. So there have been people out there making fake phone calls, saying that they're this or they're that, and they're not even those people. And it's just wrong, and it's sad, and it's disgusting. And you're going to learn about the big fella. I'm going to just say it. You can feel however you want to feel about me, but I hope those people get hit by a truck walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Judge me if you want to judge me. That's how I feel about that, because you're wrong. These are things that these kids have been wanting their whole life. And all of a sudden someone makes a phone call and says it exists. And then it doesn't exist. You destroy a kid like that. And that's not something to play with. I'm not even against you playing with someone's heart, right? People do it every day in dating. But when you don't mess with someone's dreams, enough things will kill someone's dreams. They don't need help. Life will try to kill their dreams. It needs no assistance. So I'm never a fan of people that mess with people's dreams, and I don't care what that dream is. I don't care if it's a kid. I don't care if it's an adult. You don't play with people's dreams, because dreams are the things that make life worth living. And that's period. So to you people that are out there doing it, if I see you, big fella punching you in the face, that's not me lying about that either. That's not me saying I'm going to do a thing and I'm not going to do a thing. People that know the big fella will tell you, I'm definitely smacking you in the mouth. Open hand, all this. You're going to all this. And then we can talk about whatever we're going to talk about, but don't do that kind of stuff. Big fella ain't having it. All right, let's go. This kid right here is special. So he plays soccer. He also kicks. Coaches, football coaches, I do not understand why y'all don't have kickers. I don't understand why your 300-pound lineman is a kicker. I don't get it. Everyone has a soccer program. Take your ass over to the soccer program and go look. There's a whole bunch of kickers over there. And I'm not just talking about going to look at the guys. At the high school level, take your ass over to the girls' soccer too, because there are kickers over there. This is what they do. They've been working with their feet for 15 years. They are good at it. They are freaking great at it. Go find you a goddamn kicker. I do not get it. Why are we just trying to stick with the traditional? Well, this guy came out to be a kicker. He can barely kick it over the goal. He's maybe 30% on his good day, when you got soccer right there, just right there. Go get you a soccer player. Trey Aiello is one of those kids. Been seeing this film for a long time. Been trying to get where he's trying to go. Definitely going to college. That's not even a question. Check out his film.
Hello, Trey Aiello from Hinesville, Georgia. I'm class of 2025. I'm a dual sport athlete that plays soccer and football at Liberty County High School. I also play club soccer for Coastal Empire SC in Richmond Hill, Georgia. And we are currently in the Georgia Premier League.
I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not running. No, I'm not afraid of the fall. I'm not scared, not at all. Why would a star ever be afraid of the dark? I'm not scared. I'm not scared about the stars. I'm not scared of the dark, of the dark.
I ain't never scared, and I ain't never horrified. I just look down at my Rolex, it said it's the darkest times. I ain't never terrified, I ain't never petrified. You know I see dead people, I just tell them get a life. I ain't never scared, I'm not sure if that's a word, but I'm in every word, feeling like do not disturb. Wait, let me testify, I have never testified, and I'm married to my pride. I ain't never cried, I got eyes like marbles if I cry.
See what I mean? He's guaranteeing no one's running the ball back for touchdowns. His footwork is crazy in soccer. He showed you everything from passing to scoring, like everything. You know what I'm saying? From midfield, up front, backfield. Like he's showing you everything. All the weapons, he's polished. Everything is there. GPA is there. But then on the football side too, he has a future in both. On those kickoffs, he's putting the ball in the end zone. What that means is you're starting at the 20. We don't have to worry about you. We got good field placement because he put the ball in the right place. You know what I'm saying? It's not suspect. Somebody kicked 10 yards because they suck. You know what I'm saying? Soccer coaches, get you a soccer player for kicker. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it, man. Nut pissed me off. Green Valley don't have that problem. I mean, I love the kid. He was having his best day on Friday. Yeah, get you a soccer player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking nobody. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. My grandson, hey, Frank, your grandson's amazing. Your grandson is amazing. I love it. I loved everything I saw. I loved his film when he sent it in. His future is great. The show is definitely going to keep following him. And based on, he went the extra mile when he put his video together to get on the show. So I will be interviewing him on this show. You heard it here first. I'm going to get that kid on the Who's Up Next show for a proper interview because I just like that he's about his business, and I like everything I saw in his film, and I'm rocking with him. 5 gorillas. If I could give him 6, I would, but it's only on a scale of 1 to 5. You know what? Screw it. It's my scale. I'm giving him 6 gorillas because I just love the kid. I love everything about him. I love everything that he does. And look at the hair. People love my kid because he has the hair. He didn't get that from his dad, obviously. You know what I'm saying? My hair been missing for a long time, but this kid's hair is phenomenal. He has the look. He has the personality. He has the skill set. He's well-spoken, and I just love everything about Trey Aiello. Love it, love it, love it, and I love his dedication to making sure that he's being seen. Phenomenal kid. So, yeah, man, like that's it. Again, I want to shout out I know he's under the weather. I don't know if he's going to get it at the beginning of the show, end of the show. Coach Bill Powell over at Green Valley High School, again, exceptional man. For anybody that knows me, I've always told coaches, every time I take my kid to a coach, I always tell them that they're responsible. They're going to spend more time with them than I am. They're responsible for making them a great young man. They have a bigger responsibility than just football with him. And coaches continue to fall short on that side. They fall short on the football side too, but they continue to fall short on being a mentor to these young men. Coach Bill Powell is not that guy. He has exceeded my expectations when it comes to mentoring my kid. He's teaching them something. Again, when you're a retired athlete, you tend to be a little, even if it was the best times, you tend to be a little bitter and skewed towards the system. And so my kid has only got a chance to hear and get the skewed version a little bit, plus the dream, which is great. So I'm happy that someone is showing him the smiles of the sport, even when he's hurt. He just had 2 staples put in his head because his head bust open, and coach still let him go do his thing and then pulled him out for his own good. Separated AC joint in the shoulder. Coach still pulled him out, still gave him his minutes, but then pulled him out. He didn't want him hurt so he could heal up and then go back full speed. Even when I don't agree, because I'm the kind of person that feels like if you ain't dying, get out there, do what you got to do, and grind hard in your sport. Coach was smarter than his father, because I suffer now for some stupid decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's painful sometimes to wake up and go do this or go do that because of sports. And maybe I should have made some better decisions. Maybe my brothers, my uncles should have made some better decisions. But Coach Powell has helped my son make some better decisions so he can have longevity in a sport instead of just selling his soul for the moment. And I will forever be grateful for that. Hey, I love you guys, man. I swear to God, every time I'm on here, I love you guys like nobody's business. I love doing this. I love Sundays. I look forward to it. I look forward to putting these kids up. I look forward to giving you information. There's just nowhere else I would rather be. And I can't wait to see you guys next Sunday. I love y'all. Big fella, out.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lizard. Straight terror, but not your errors. Pushing contraband.